Hi guys, I am so sorry that I have just like left you hanging up on my pregnancy videos. I haven't updated since I was 5 weeks. I am now 13 weeks and 2 days. So since I'm pretty much already through the first trimester and I haven't updated it all, I'm just gonna make this video about my first trimester symptoms. So my dog is right here. If I keep looking down, he's wanting me to pet him so bad because he thinks he's mistreated. Sit down, Dex. So I guess we'll just get right on into it. And yeah, so starting at about 6.5 weeks, the nausea started kicking in, and it wasn't that bad when it first started, but it seemed like each day, Dex, no, each day it was just getting worse and worse and worse. And like, talking about it makes me want to gag right now. Talking about being nauseated makes me feel a little bit gaggy. So, okay. Hopefully I can get through this. So it was a little past my 7th week. And I texted my midwife. Hi, did you come back? I texted my midwife and I told her, I said, do you know if there's something I can take? Because the nausea is getting a little bit worse each day. And I'm getting to where I can't get up and get the kids something without feeling like I need to go to the bathroom and just feeling extra gaggy. So she gave me the option. She said I can either take Zofran or, now I can't even think of the name of it, and I'm probably not going to say it right. Dilectus or something like that is what it's called. I can't remember. But the pills are interesting. They're little bitty white pills and they have a little picture of a pregnant woman on there. It's pretty cool. But anyways, I had done research about that pill because it's the safest pill for pregnancy to take. I think it's a category A. So I had done research about it, and the research I had done about it, the women that had taken it, it says some of them makes them really tired. Mason. Some of them, it was their miracle pill. Some of them, it didn't help at all. So I told my midwife, I was like, yeah, I'll just go ahead and take that. So I started taking that, and well, oh my god, this video is not going to be good, but I need to get it done or I'm not going to get it done. Oh, I'd asked her. I told her I'd done research about it, and I asked her that about me reading that it makes some women really tired. And she said that the other moms had not complained about being tired, just the original, you know, first trimester tiredness. I said, okay. So I went ahead and got that one, and I started taking that a little after 7 weeks. And I feel like when I first started taking it, it made me feel really tired. And it said you take 2 at night, because what it is a mixture of B6 and the Unisom pill, like the Unisom sleeping tablet thing. That's what it is. So you take them at night, you know, because it does have that sleeping aid in it. So you take 2 at night, and then if you need to, you can take an additional one in the morning if you still feel pretty nauseated. So the first day I had it, I took 2 at night, Mason, and I woke up and, you know, I felt pretty yucky, so I went ahead, no, don't touch. I went ahead and took 1 in the morning, don't touch. And I did not like the way it made me feel during the day. Mason, sit down. Let's sit down. It made me just feel really weird. I didn't like it. So anyways, about the pill, it did keep me from throwing up. It did not keep me from feeling really nauseated and just feeling like total crap. It did not help with that. That has been my #1 symptom, is being very, very nauseous. The day I turned 12 weeks, it was on a week, my weeks change over on Sundays. So I had ran out on that Friday. And I don't fill my prescriptions at like a Walmart or a Target. I just use our local one. So of course they're not open on the weekends. So I said, you know what, since I'm hitting 12 weeks, I'm just gonna see how it goes if I don't take this medicine. Sit down. That was the worst mistake I have ever made. I should have felt that. I was sicker than a dog that weekend, the week that I turned 12 weeks. It was Saturday and Sunday. Saturday I woke up sicker than a dog, but I'm sorry, this is just how it's gonna be. Cody's not here to watch him, and so Saturday I woke up really sick, but I was able to stop throwing up, and I was able to drink and eat a little bit and keep it down. So I thought, okay, well, and I felt better. I felt a little bit better that afternoon, not much. But I thought, okay, well, tomorrow hopefully I'll feel better. Sunday I wake up and I am sick. That day was worse. I couldn't keep anything down on Sunday. I tried to eat crackers, toast. I was drinking Gatorade to get the electrolytes back in me because I was throwing up so much. I didn't keep water down, the Gatorade, the crackers, toast. Nothing. I was miserable. The nausea was through the roof. Like, I don't know if I've ever been that nauseated, even if I've had the stomach bug. I was miserable. I remember just laying in bed going, oh. And like I would shake my leg because I felt like if I moved, maybe it would make me feel a little bit better. Oh my gosh, it was awful. I couldn't get out of bed. Like, I could barely get out of bed. So I think around maybe 7 o'clock, I was like, oh, well, I'm gonna sit in the bath. Maybe it'll help me feel a little bit better, because sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't when I'm sick. But it didn't help me. My nausea wasn't getting any better. And so I was like, that's it. Take me to the hospital and I'm gonna go get some fluids in me, so that way I can feel better. So I think he dropped me off around, I think it was a little after 8. And they were busy. Every room was full. And so I had to wait a little bit. I think I got back there at 9. I knew what I needed. I needed fluid and probably some Zofran. And that's what they gave me. They gave me Zofran and fluid in an IV. I had to do 2 bags of fluid, and they gave me Zofran. And then I also, my urine came back. I had a UTI. So they went ahead and gave me some medicine in my IV to start for the UTI. And I was so dehydrated that I had to get poked. They stuck me 3 times. The first time she couldn't get it. The second time, I still even have a little bruise from, there it is, right there. It was really bad. Then, yeah, starting the next day, it was starting to get really bad. My bruise was from my IV. I always bruise from IVs. Mason. But she stuck me there. That was the second poke she did, and they were just gonna have, they were just wanting me to, oh my goodness, Mason, no. They were just wanting to stick me, you know, one time to get the blood and then to start the IV. Well, she could not get any blood out of that vein, probably because I didn't have any liquid in me. My blood was so thick, so they had to stick me again to draw blood. Yeah. But once the Zofran kicked in and the fluids were going, I felt so much better. Actually able to come home and lay down and not be miserable and go to sleep. It took an hour each for each bag of fluid. So I got to leave a little after midnight. And after I had those 2 bags of fluids, I still didn't need to go to the bathroom. So yeah, I was very dehydrated. Number 1 symptom, nausea. I just talked about how bad my nausea has been. Oh, I do have to say, with each pregnancy, I feel like I get sicker and sicker. With Clayton, I was a little bit nauseated. With Allison, I threw up more with her than I did with Clayton. I want to say Clayton maybe once. Allison, it was more. With Mason, I didn't take any nausea medicine with him. And I was very sick with him up until about 14 weeks. And then with this pregnancy, I just couldn't do it without medication. I knew I was going to get too sick if I didn't have it. And obviously I proved my point when I didn't take my medication that weekend, and I was sicker than a dog, couldn't even go to bed. So yeah. So my other symptoms would be no energy. I just don't feel like doing anything, and that probably doesn't help that I've been so nauseated too. My house has, it looks better now, but when I was in those earlier weeks when I was just nauseated all day every day, yeah, it needed some attention bad. Cody's had to do the grocery shopping. I went grocery shopping last weekend for the first time in probably 2 months, and that was kind of miserable looking at all that food. I didn't really feel good that day. So yeah, the exhaustion, okay, sorry, my camera ran, or my SD card ran out of space. And Mason went to the living room, so maybe I can get this done real fast. Okay, so I was just talking about my exhaustion, not feeling like doing anything. I just don't have any energy. I feel like I might be starting to get it back, but I can't do a whole lot without getting tired really easily. And I have to go sit down and rest, and then by the time I do that, I don't feel like doing it anymore. So I've had that. I've had not really, like, a lot of foods don't sound good. So I guess food aversions, and the number one food that does not sound good is Mexican food. And it is because we went to a local place here and we ordered some breakfast burritos, and this was maybe when I was like 7 or 8 weeks pregnant. I don't know, I can't remember, but we've always eaten our burritos from there, so, and they've always been greasy. I knew they were going to be greasy, but that sounded really good and that's what I wanted, so that's what Cody went and got, and I ate it. And stinking fly, that night I have never had my stomach hurt so bad. Oh, it was the most awful stomach pain I've ever had. So ever since that burrito, I don't want anything greasy, and a lot of Mexican food is greasy, so that's why I don't want Mexican food. I think maybe I could probably make my own Mexican food, like my own enchiladas and my own rice and stuff, because I know it's not going to be near as greasy and I can probably eat it. But like going to our Mexican restaurant, no, I'm not going to be, I don't know if I'll be able to do that for a long time, because I just don't want my stomach to feel like that again. So that's my number one food aversion, is Mexican food. And then there's just a lot of times where I'm hungry but nothing sounds good. I'm also having this thing where I'll get like this, well, I mean, for a couple of weeks, I don't know how far along my pregnancy it was. I think they probably call it swamp mouth, where you just have a nasty taste in your mouth all day long. Gum helps until the flavor runs out, or till like the juices run out, and then the taste returns in your mouth. So I had that going on. I don't know if that's trying to come back or not, but today, I noticed it today, and it might have happened maybe one time last week, but like water doesn't even sound good. Like water just tastes nasty. So I haven't been trying to drink too many caffeinated drinks, but tea, when water doesn't sound good, I need to drink tea. So, but I try not to drink a whole lot of it, because I know tea is full of caffeine. So that's been going on. I don't know, I should have made a list, but I haven't even been writing down my symptoms, because I just knew my number one symptom was nausea. I had my midwife appointment at 12 weeks and everything looked good. all they really did was draw my blood. I had to fill out, you know, just sign new paperwork. And yeah, oh, and then we did a heartbeat check. And it did take her a long time to find the heartbeat. The baby was hiding in the corner of my uterus, I guess, and it took her quite a while. But I did not get nervous because I do have a home Doppler at the house. And I found the baby, I think it was a little after 8 weeks is when I first found it. Mason, you make things impossible. Quit getting underneath here. Oh my gosh. I found it a little after 8 weeks, and I don't listen to it every day. I don't even listen to it every other day. I just don't feel the need to. Maybe once a week, and that's maybe. But the reason why I didn't get nervous is because since I was so sick the day I turned 12 weeks, I just felt comfortable. I needed to check on the baby. So I got my Doppler out and I found it. And the next day is when I had my appointment for my 12-week appointment. And so I knew it was there. I hadn't heard it the day before. And I just knew it. So I didn't get nervous about it. I just let them take their time and I let them find it. So I go back to my midwife when the 4 weeks, I'm supposed to go every 4 weeks, you know, but my 4 weeks, it fell on that Monday. That is, I think she said Labor Day. So I go the week after. So that would put me at, I think, 17 weeks in a day. So that's the next time I go back. And I'm trying to think of what else to update on. I'm trying to think if I've had any more symptoms. I just can't think right now. I think probably because Mason's in here and he's getting underneath the tripod and making things a little bit crazy. I am so sorry that this video is probably all over the place. The camera's probably so bigly throughout, and sorry, but if I wait till Cody gets home, it's gonna be dark, and our house is so dark at nighttime. We don't have good lighting in our house at nighttime. We really don't have good lighting in our house at daytime. So I figured I might as well get it done now, and it's been so long since I've done an update, and I've gotten a ton of new subscribers since I have posted my videos, and I just wanted to say thank you to all my new subscribers. And since I'm feeling better, I'm going to try to do my pregnancy updates weekly. If I can't get them done weekly, then they'll be bi-weekly. So, and also since I'm starting to feel better, I'm going to start, I was vlogging a whole lot before I started getting sick. So I'm going to try to get into vlogging again, probably not daily or anything, but maybe once or twice a week. Clayton starts kindergarten on Monday, so I'm hoping to vlog his first day of kindergarten and make a video. I don't know if I'll vlog too much because, you know, he'll be at school, but of course I want to vlog, you know, Dex quit. Getting ready for school and then taking him to his classroom, and then we'll see how his day was, his very first day of kindergarten was. So yeah, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here because I can't even concentrate now because I've got Mason here, and now, or Dex has been in here the whole time, but Mason is like wallering him now, so things are just starting to get a little bit crazy. I will do a belly shot. I am 13 weeks in 2 days, so it will be my 13-week belly shot, and I have, since 5 weeks, I've gotten a lot bigger. But I tend to show very, very early with all my babies. Even with Clayton, I was showing so early, and it's not like I have huge babies or anything. I guess my body just shows early. Okay, so this is at 13 weeks from that side. Mason quit. We'll do this side. So yeah, getting big in there, and we will see y'all in my next video. Bye.